Hey guys, do you remember the time-honored tradition of the midnight release? Do you remember this? I remember when movies coming out in theater were kind of a big thing. Not only that, but coming out on Friday was kind of set in stone, right? It was like the movies were had like some kind of contractual thing with the studios where they could only release them on Fridays. So they like kind of did some trickery where they would show it at like 12:01 of the day before. Well, technically Friday, but it would still be kind of Thursday, you know. But that's how they got around it. They would have these midnight showings. Now, obviously, they have become less popular because not only are people like watching their movies on streaming, so that means that they have it on demand, and like the early releases aren't really the big draw that they used to be because this isn't our only source of entertainment right here, right? Especially new entertainment. We're getting like blockbuster movies on like Netflix and Hulu, original movies coming to this. So original material coming out in the theaters is not as big of a draw as it used to be. That being said, I actually had this movie picked out for next Monday. I was going to go see the Jurassic Park Rebirth movie, I think it's called, or whatever, Rebound, whatever it's called. Poster right over there. And it was playing with Megan, right? 2.0. And I was going to go ahead and watch the first one because I had never seen it. It looked kind of silly and goofy. But that looked like an excellent billing. It looked like a great second movie to see at the drive-in. So I had that already set. And then I was looking on the website today for the Cinemark because this is probably going to be some of the last times I'm actually going to go to this particular Cinemark right here. Because I'm moving. I'm moving soon. I know I keep on promising that, but someday soon it will come true. It'll come to fruition that I actually did move. So I kind of wanted to go see a movie at my local Cinemark for like one of the last few times, if not the last time. So I am here to see the new Jurassic Park movie with the Scarlett Jo on it. I'm not excited in the least. The Jurassic World movies left a really bad taste in my mouth. There are good parts about some of those movies, but as a whole arc, as three movies, they kind of failed. So I'm interested to see what they're bringing to the table this time around. In just a few seconds, guys, I will be right back to let you know whether it was worth going to see the early release for this movie. I highly doubt it, but it'll be worth it just to talk to you guys about it. So in just a few seconds, I'll be right back. All right, see you, bye. Can we just talk about this movie for just for a brief second? I want to keep the editing down of this so that I can post it. First off, Scarlett Jo's in this movie, and she's looking really good in this movie. See what you will. She's like I think a 40-year-old woman, and she's looking fine and looking good as this action role of this movie. I bought her in this movie. We have other movies. We have that I don't know. The guy that was supposed to play Boyd, I don't remember him, but we'll go ahead and put him over there. But it's got a couple of people I do recognize in this movie, and I enjoyed most of the performances in the movie. It was the plot of this movie that's kind of got goofy. As kind of like a Star Wars crawl, it begins with like these like exposition, these texts that the viewer has to read. But I thought that was okay because it got you quickly up to speed, right? And it just told you this story and where the dinosaurs were dying off. The neo-dinosaur age was dying off, and because of like some thing about the environment that was not acting well with them. Now, the surviving species of dinosaurs were sequestered to these islands on the equator of the Earth, because that's, the most climate, the most jungle-like, and that's the most hospitable to these dinosaurs, and so that's where they survive now. I like that aspect of that story because it brings it back down to the Earth. It brings it down to like a spectacle instead of having just like an everyday thing that we're having dinosaur fights and stuff like that. It was interesting, but we need to move on. And I thought going back into kind of trying to catch that original idea was cool. So we come up with this like convoluted plot where, hey, we have to go and get like 3 samples of this dinosaur blood, and it has to be blood. It can't be like fossilized or anything like that, and it can't be samples that they had before, because they would be too old. They need new blood samples from I think specific dinosaurs, whatever. And we have this evil corporation that's trying to get these samples. Of course, we formed this team around this. We have this like boat captain that asks no questions as long as the pay is high enough, and we take all risks, right? And that's like the kind of plot we have. But we do have this like family. Their boat gets capsized by this dinosaur, right? So this boat captain, against the corporate entity, the guy that was in charge of the corporate side of this expedition, they go and rescue this family. So that becomes the third faction of the story. And for a while there, they got divided. And I don't know, the focus of the story kept on wavering it out. It just seemed like this movie was just so spread out. We had like so many characters that we had to keep track of. We had the corporate entity guy that kind of reminded of the Paul Reiser evil guy, right, from Aliens. He totally did. He had that total vibe to him. He was so two-dimensionally bad guy. It was so fun to see him. It was fun. It was fun to see his character. This movie was up and down for me. There was like a lot of good sight gags in this movie that was really cool. There was one involving the helicopter I really enjoyed. Was it cool to see the dinosaurs again? Well, here's the other wrinkle of this plot, is that we're on an island where they were supposedly mutating the dinosaurs because they were becoming less entertaining for people. What? Yes, it was. The plot was way too complicated, but it did have some good jump scares. I did like the Scarlet Joe. I did like the family. I did like the stoner boyfriend. I liked Dad. He was heroic. I liked all the characters in the movie. I just didn't like the plot. I will give this movie a 75%. Oh, God. So, 70. I will give this movie 65, 68. How about that? I'm going to give it a passing. I'm going to give it 68%. There was something about it. It was just fun in some parts. It was really fun in some parts. I had a really good time in some parts. It had me jumping and me caring about these characters. I just wish that I believed in the situations that they were in. I love you guys. I do. As always, these guys are enjoying. I think they enjoyed the movie. 68. Yeah, I love that score. As always, guys, I do wish everybody peace. Mom today. I'll talk to you guys later, and goodbye.